I am wearing the Ash Ketchum hat because Pokemon's 30th anniversary is today, and I've already seen the Pokemon present. So I just want to do a little, just cover the things that I just wanted to talk about the most. I'm not going to go, like, reacting to it because I already saw it. So I just wanted to just share a couple little nuggets of thought I had, just little opinions. So first of all, Pokemon Pokopia, I'm just gonna play. Probably just mute for fear of copyright. Just two things I want to show. First of all, I don't know if I'm gonna play Pokopia or not. Like, if you want me to, I'll do a series on Pokemon Pokopia because it does look fun and it does have some unique forms of Pokemon, two of which I'm going to show now. So, first of all, there's just two things I wanted to point out with this that were just jokes for me. So, first of all, we're getting a new Rotom form, which, let me full screen, called Rotom Stereo. And when I saw this, first of all, I think it's cute because this is basically like a music player in the game, but second of all, I thought this was funny because my first thought when I saw this was, my heart's a stereo, and that was just like the I don't know why I got out. So that was just one funny thing. The second thing I wanted to point out is this. This is just another dumb joke. This is a Pokemon you know I hate as Cook Greedent. I hate Greedent. You know I hate the Pokemon Greedent. But this one is an exception because all I see is... Hang on a sec. I'm just going to... Real quick, just because I don't want a random, like, ad to show up. Because my very first thought when I see this is Garl from Sea of Stars. This is the first... tell me they're not the same thing. It's like, Garl, Chef Greedent. Corporate wants you to tell the difference between this picture and this picture. It's the same thing. Like, and I kind of love it for that. So again, if you want me to do a playthrough on this, I will. Second thing is Pokemon Champions. I am looking forward to when this drops in April because I am planning on doing a bi-monthly series on this. Like I tried to do with Overwatch 2 and Marvel Rivals. This one we will be sticking to because I want to get into Pokemon competitive. So I want to use this as my intro into it. So just know that is something that will be happening in April. Probably not the 1st of April, but it will definitely be happening in April because I want to do an April Fool's stream. And then lastly, okay, also just side tangent, Mega Garchomp Z is terrible. It is a special attacker, and it is still ×4 weak to Ice, just as a Dragon Flying type instead of a Dragon Ground type, which arguably makes it worse. I don't know why they did that. But I think it was up here. Yeah. Pokemon Winds and Waves came out. I am stoked for this. This looks gorgeous, but I'm going to hold off my opinions on the graphics until the game officially comes out, because for all we know, they just upscaled it. But I am looking forward to this. I don't know which one I'm going to go for, so I'm probably just going to wait until we get future trailers so I can see version differences, like the box art legendaries and like other little ones. So that I'm looking forward to. And if you're wondering which of the starters I'm going to pick, let me just pull up the starters real quick. Let me just say... Oh, wait, no, not here. It'd be smarter if I did it... This. If I go to... Oh, okay, this just takes me to the actual site, so this will be a little faster. And again, obviously it looks good. There's some stuff I already was able to see from another YouTuber analyzing this. But first of all... Like, it's interesting that we're doing different outfits for versions, but the thing I want to talk about the most are the starters. Like, so we have Brout, we have Gekwa, and we have Pom Bomb, and obviously I am doing Pom Bomb as my starter, because I love dogs, My sister had a Pomeranian. They unfortunately passed away, so I will be streaming this game when it comes out. This will be my starter, and regardless of gender, they will be sassy, because that was the name of my sister's old Pomeranian that lived to like 14, if I recall correctly. Like, she was an old girl. And she lasted a longer time than we all thought. So, yeah, between these three, I don't have anything against them. I love Brout's little unibrow. It's very Angry Birds-esque. The only one I guess I don't, if I was to not like, it'd just be Gekwa, just because the big head is weird, but I don't hate it too much. I kind of like it. But Pombon. How do you hate Pombon? How do you hate that stupid face? I love it. And we obviously have, like, more things on each of them. So, yeah, I just wanted to start off our stream with this because I just wanted to share my love for Pokemon, and I just want, which is why, in honor of 30th anniversary, this stream will have the Ash Ketchum hat, and I am looking forward. So, those are 2 series you'll be expecting, and I don't care if we don't have an open series or not. I will put something on hiatus so I can play Wind and Waves, so I can have Pombon. I must have my stupid fire dog. I must. Anywho, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I'm picking the lizard. Again, I don't have anything against Gekwa. Like, I actually do like Gekwa. I like that we're finally getting a water lizard. So, I'm actually just happy that we finally have something like that. The fact that we're getting a second owl Pokemon is weird. Especially since it's also a grass type. I find that odd. Because we already had Rowlet, but now we have Browse, which I just find weird. Unless it's... Well, it is an owl. Well, specifically, it's a seed bird, so I don't know, it's just weird. Maybe it's not an owl and we're all just wrong. Either way, so just know that is what will be happening in the future, what could happen in the future. But also, welcome back to episode 12 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are back to Turnabout Big Top, which I hate. We had an entire thing on this. But do know that if you really do not like Turnabout Big Top, the anime is much better. They cut out the romance storyline between Galactica and between Max and Regina and Trillo. Trillo has less screen time, and they also make Max a nicer person. So it's just better, and the ending is just better. But let's get started. December 29th, 3:03 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Like, why'd you, did you just watch Now You See Me and you just tried to figure it out yourself? You tried to be like Morgan Freeman? Magic tricks? Yeah, magic tricks are, by their very definition, tricks, right? Yeah, that's what real-world magic is. Magic is just tricks. It's just like sleight of hand. It's just parlor tricks. That's all it is. But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Well, this time, instead of channeling the spirit of the dead, she instead prophesized a person's future death. You don't like it, Nick. See, looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Oh, I see. She did like the... Like, I can't do it properly. Is that like the... It's like the thumb separation trick is literally just you hide your actual thumb. Because she put her right thumb next to her left hand, then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? Like, instead of doing the trick, I literally just pull my own thumb off. How'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying from... Maya. He didn't actually fly! He can't actually fly! He told you he can't actually fly without pulleys! You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Also, Maya, take this case seriously. A man has actually been murdered. Can we get anything out of Max? Outside of him throwing cards? Oh, my sweeties! You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by, and since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Some would say it's in poor taste to have a man who was just falsely accused of murder do a prison break, but you know what? Man, I do love that clout. That sounds like it would be an awesome special. It would literally just be Now You See Me, I feel like. That if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking. But the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. Okay, so he wants to marry a minor. He's been arrested for murder, and if we don't get him acquitted, he's just gonna break out and probably elope with the child. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry, I'm always upset by that revelation. Also, I'm just pulling something up, just in case. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I don't have no choice. It'll be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Like, no, it's not. It's not. They would just simply cut your deal with you. Also, sorry, I'm just holding this up again, just in case I have to, like, get an assist. Like, just in case I need to... Alright, so just in case I need a guide assist, I've got it on hand. Like, Max, you really don't understand what's going on, do you? Night of the Crime. You didn't... I hate that they take this seriously. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogie clown says. It wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? Even though he told you the trick beforehand. He told you the trick yesterday, Maya. Like, he says this, and yet he told us the trick yesterday about how he flies. Alright, tricks, but also this much is much harder than you think. Like, you already told us how you fly, Max! I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask of you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous! A great joke! Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? Like, one of them's a pedophile, is a luring predator, and the other, just like me, and the other one is Wario. Why would I do that? But I've won on the world stage. I'm on the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix. Performers should always look up to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something I cannot simply tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Let's hang on. I just got a text. I told my sister about this because obviously Pombon and like her having Pomeranian, and she just loved it. Oh my sweeties wanted to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. I'm sorry to make you tell it again, but it may be crucial in this case. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this! I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. Maybe I should have died back then so I could save people this atrocious case. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim, the Playboy Bunny girls. Why? Wow. By the way, I think everyone who's a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in that circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. Nowadays it might as well be with participation awards. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. Live and learn too. That's what you should tell them. You should tell them that Sonic Adventure 2 is truly the game of all time. Get thrown in jail? Grand Prix photo. Photo of Max's award ceremony. Okay. And the circus. You hear that? It's just like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Yes, wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. I will not sing. I will refuse to sing. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trilla, this just isn't going well. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you going to do then? Hello, Ben. Trilla. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry? Secret crash training? Whoa. I want to have you crash in front of a train. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his new idea for a routine. So, we were trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquism. In a round? You can really do that? That was incredible. See, even they're surprised by the idea. I told you! They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now that I got this ring back, I want to take a shot at you with leads. Just want to take a look at this. Oh. Okay. Well, that was nothing. Do you have anything? Now that you already testified in court today, well, talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man, just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply, not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. Alright. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina in the fewest words possible. This man is a predator who uses ventriloquism to lure children, probably, to a basement. And I hate it. I want to throw his termite, I want to throw his puppet into a pit of termites, and I want to take an entire firing squad and turn Ben into SpongeBob SquarePants. This is a part of being in love. So, if you had a clue, you wouldn't know that waiting is such a sweet, wonderful touch. It's just... I hate this. I just hate reading it. Oh my, so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. I just refuse to read it because I hate this. So that's the new routine working out. Get him out of here! We're almost done. Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine is a secret, even though we're doing it right out in the open. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. It's so incredible. But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk Shaq said we would. A jerk. Max Galactica, the former should aim for the world. Who does he think he is? Trillo, you seem to be real fired up about all this. He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right, you're right. Mark my words, I, Trillo Quist, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Not turning your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? You're right. Let him sing something that'll get him cancelled. You gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You gotta be part of this too. I'm leaving now. Can I talk to Mo? I want to talk to Wario. Ooh! Wah! Oh, it's you two! Look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listen to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Franziska really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal! You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way! It's not in my nature. Why are you defending her? Maya, are you familiar with the term fetish? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma is gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? So, we're gonna go to the acrobat's room. Pal? Sure. Franziska Von Karma. When she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Can I not just go there now? No. Okay. Can we talk to Mo? Like, normally, he's a terrible character, but you know what? He's our saving grace in this world of Epstein. Aw, Mo's not here. If he was here, he would have been able to tell even before he stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. What do you think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. He must really love his work. Okay, let's hit the big top then. Die in a fire. Huh? Where's But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just allergic to wild tigers. Also, Maya, do you not have any sense of self-preservation? It is a freaking tiger. Of course you'd be scared of it. Can you find anything else new in here? So they're talking in this room. It could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why do you do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? I don't think there was anything else yet. I remember there being something, just not yet. Did Ben do it, or did he not? Alright, welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria! Also, I really apologize if this is not a good Wario voice. I'm partially basing this off of Super Mario 64 for the DS with his little bit crushed voice. So, yeah, Xyz is in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is. Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? It's because you put so much garlic on it, it makes everyone's eyes water. Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction. I don't care if that's the correct answer or not, that is a good line. Cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction. This is how you blow up a toilet. Wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie? I got it. Okay, what is your answer? Because they're always in the because they're in the cafeteria. Exactly, it's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. You would be surprised by how easy I could clear it out with a little bit of garlic. He did it! Oh no, he's being too nice. It's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the theme no shirt, no shoes, no shoes, no short, no no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. If I had kept flubbing that, I would have said a swear word. Exactly. How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? Because in this world, because in this day and age, Mo, if you want someone to laugh, all you say is golden dandelion. That's it. Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a Cyclops. He must be telling the truth. Also, by the way, to our mod Shannon, I do want to thank you for helping me. I was able to find out what that ghost comment was. I don't know why it was hid from me before, but I was able to figure it out. So thank you for letting me know about the refresh. Oh, wait, I meant to... Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. I think I may have found the Wario voice. Wario time. You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. You'd be surprised by how many countries he's been banned from. Oh yeah, he didn't just show me the picture. I love this scene. This scene. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too, and let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think, alongside the busty Playboy girls. seriously, I don't get, like, I get, like, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, but why the Playboy bunny outfits? He'd make us worship it every day. He'd make us bow to his greatness. He'd make us worship the bust. He's got a big bust. That's the best joke of this whole case. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust, not that I'm into that sort of... Oh God! Oh, I almost died! Best joke of the whole case is about Max's bust. It's like how the best part of Minecraft Story Mode is the F-bomb. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bust disappeared. It disappeared? Yeah, he had bust reduction surgery. If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure as long as I'm not paying for it. You know how expensive it is to have a bust made of yourself? I don't. Aw. Max G bust. Bronze statue taken from the cafeteria before the crime. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this, or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. White Mo was a good Mo in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there is one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Mo, we're in a murder case right now. Stop withholding things like that. Tell us! Excuse me. Well, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I can see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." It's like, wait, what? Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. It could have been Ashley, it could have been Crygor, I have no clue. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? It's like, finally, we're getting somewhere in this murder trial. Also, they really have a flair for the dramatic because they just full on did the classic, like, ransom note, cut out the letters from a comic book and just glue it on thing. Posted in the cafeteria on the day of the crime, then torn. States, "To the murderer." Nick, I think we'd better follow up on this important lead. Definitely. Do you know anything about this? Are you the murderer? No. Cool, I can talk to him less. Bye. Can I show it to Max? Does he know anything about it? Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat. While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. I guess it wasn't really a company. It was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Huh? Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. Alright, well, if you're not going to cooperate with your legal team, Max, screw you. Good luck with your own murder trial. I'm gonna go and just do something else. I mean, you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Don't call your sweetie pie princess, you disgusting man. Jump off a bridge. Every time we're gonna pass him, I'm just gonna insult him in like a very horrible way. See that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat. You know, I'm gonna feel that I know what that is. I bet it's that other half of the note that Mo gave us. Let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. I kind of wish we had kept the evidence examination mechanic from Rise from the Ashes, but again, that was DS exclusive added on afterwards. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m. That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. Torn by the ringmaster, found in his tailcoat pockets. Things are starting to click. Take a swim in the rapids. You know anything else about the completed notes? No. Okay, maybe the investigation is done, so I can check it out now. Listen to Mo's jokes. He's like, what are you guys doing here? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I am done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Miss Von Karma... Wait. Nick, what is that? That beeping sound? Oh no. There's a bomb nearby. Get down! It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna get out of here, quick. See ya, pal. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. It's like, one of those rocket flowers is all it takes. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind's biting at... Ow! It's biting as lashes from a whip! Also, Ben didn't, but he might as well have. Von Karma! She really did appear. Speak of the devil, and they shall fear. It was a real battle in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do? Tomorrow will be the day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands at making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. Why Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. I know he got the lethal injection, but still. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Eh? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again one more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? You know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was right again. Miles was like a little brother to me, even though he's older than me. Excuse me. Huh? Little brother? But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age, exactly. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But a little after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? Edgeworth's death? What? Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then, with the case after that one. Oh hey, so they are confirming Rise from the Ashes. He never set foot into court again. And then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Dear Lord! That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you had left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. I guess I just never used my connections to ever find him, even though I'm rich enough to own a whip and writing gear. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name von Karma, even though he tased an innocent girl just for bringing up valid evidence in a court case. Like he is still quite an honorable man, even though he orchestrated a murder. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands. Miss Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something big, huh? Ha! I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. That is an interesting idiom. Not idiom, but that is quite the interesting, forgetting the not alliteration, I'm forgetting the term, whatever. It may be idiom, and I may just be overthinking it. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? Conclusive witness. You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm going to kill you when I win. Yeah, I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me because you thought I killed my boyfriend. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth. Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Miss Von Karma? What? I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too. What in the world happened? Like, we were on good terms with Edgeworth at the end of both cases. So why? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform of you two today. You two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick, let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Remember this. We're probably going to be able to finish this case today. Hey, look, he's just here. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes? Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Like kindling. Alright then. Mr. Acro. How did you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro, you're a member of the circus as well? That's right. I merely performed at the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. Sorry. This is cruel. He's, handicapped, and they make him live on the 3rd floor. Like, well, like this a kick in the pants! Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. And one night, they decided to run away from it all, without me. God. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes, I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers, perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? She's a princess during the French Revolution with the invention of the guillotine. Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. You can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. I'm sorry. This is the worst part of the case. Right here. Forget the pedophilia. The fact that they make a handicapped man in a wheelchair live on the 3rd floor of a building without wheelchair access? Like, this case has a lot of horrible going for it. It's depressing, it's annoying, it's disgusting, and now it's just mind-bogglingly appalling. This is cartoonishly evil and cruel. It's like for all the good in this world, I don't believe he was a good person. Like, I refuse to accept that the ringmaster was a good person. If he made a man in a wheelchair live on the 3rd floor without wheelchair access, like no elevator, no ramps. And apparently, remember, his only roommate is a single monkey who doesn't listen to anyone. Like, this is truly the worst case. Like, this is the worst case, and now you all know why. Also, why are there just a bunch of folded polos on the bed? Why? That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right? The birds could sense the Cyclops. They had to run away. Cyclops? Can birds sense this kind of thing? It doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at this circus then? So he's got 3 Cyclops. I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation. What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it. When I saw what I saw. What you saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you witness? What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? He was flying straight up into the air. Also, can I just say, why is there a tire swing in this room? Like, the stuff on the couch that was just all the shiny stuff, I can get that. Why is there a tire swing? Like, everything here makes sense. Like, you got some stuff for working out, some stuff for physical therapy, a basketball for some reason, and then just a bunch of shiny things that money stole. Why is there a tire swing? Like, genuine question. Maximilian Galactica. What? Also, second real question, why is the bed underneath the aircon unit? That just seems like you're guaranteed to get a cold. And why is it so far away from the window? That is also incredibly cruel. Like, this bedroom should be flipped. The sofa should be by the window, or it should be by the air conditioner, with the bed by the window. So that way he can at the very least look outside. That is just... This is horrible. This, like, I don't care what everyone says about Russell Berry being a good man. He is not a good man. This is atrocious. Like, this is... Oh my god. Oh my god. What is wrong with this circus and being so ableist? It's got a bunch of pedophiles, it's ableist, the only good person here is a clown that tells bad jokes. Like, my god. That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I'm absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick? Well, okay then. Would you know about this? What's this? That's what we want to know. It was posted in the cafeteria the morning before the murder. In the cafeteria? What happened? Suddenly it looks incredibly serious. If it's got something to do with her, then you should go straight to the source. Her? Regina, ask her about this. Like, I'm giving him a normal voice also, because if this circus will not treat this man in a wheelchair nicely, I at the very least will by giving him a normal, very calming voice. So, makes me glad to go, right? Forgive me. I try not to think about it. Never wouldn't even look at us. Looks like something's really weighing on him. Well, what about the Grand Prix photo? Oh, same thing, okay. Alright, let's go find Regina. Oh, question, Mo? No. Okay. I think normally people hate Mo. I actually look forward to it, even with my bad Wario impression. Oh no. I got a bad feeling about this, Chewie. Oh no! A surprisingly well-illustrated tiger! Nick! Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. It's like, Phoenix isn't even panicking. He's just accepting his death. He's just like, I hate this case. Just give me death, Tiger. Just give me death. Sorry. It's like Phoenix is just there and he's just like, if I'm gonna die, at least I can be reunited with Miles Edgeworth. Stay, heal. Remember, we gave her a Smoker Rouge voice. Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake. A mistake? I thought you were my Super King cigars. Yeah, little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there for a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. Oh, so she's racist. Monkey? Regina, are you racist? I know she's talking about money, but still. It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father. That's why I feel so lonely, now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? You're not the only one who knows the Karayan spirit channeling technique, Maya. Yeah, when Leon died, I talked with my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? That means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they just become a star in the star in the heavens. It's kind of sweet. I mean, if you're not religious, that is actually a sweet way to look at it. If you are religious, it's just like, that is a whole different meaning to us. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? I was thinking that in my head. How could you hear that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. We'll all die someday. And if your voice sounds like that, Regina, my God, you're gonna be dead very soon from the worst smoker's lung in history. Yeah, you will, I think. I got a feeling everyone is doing great up there in the sky. What if everything's alright with Regina? It's like, what was in her cigar? It's like, it may have been laced with fentanyl. Just to go back and clear something up, why'd you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's a real jerk face. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got a lot of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. It's what I wear when I work the poles, sweetie. You should. When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. Yes? Yes. Or yes. Before I choose the illusion of choice, I just want to point out that I finally finished Record of Ragnarok, and the sparkles are just reminding me of Apollo's thread of Artemis. And is that, like, all around her, there's just threads of light. Also, that was a dumb fight, and now that I finished Record of Ragnarok, can I just say, this last season was kind of disappointing. Like, I love the fights, don't get me wrong, I love the fights, I love the characters. I just found it kind of disappointing, because, like, Qin Huang was the first win, and then the other two were losses, which I expected. I expected there to be losses because the last two all ended on a win. It's like, Kojiro Sasaki beat Poseidon, and Buddha beat Zerofuku. Like, those are fine. So it makes sense that they would have ended on a loss for humanity, so that they could like mix up the formula a bit. I'm definitely looking forward to the next one with Soji Okata versus Susanoo, so we're finally getting some Japanese mythology in. I'm looking forward to that. I just found it kind of disappointing because Nikola Tesla and Leonidas should have won. but like in different aspects. Like Nikola Tesla had everything to win, like the gematria zone, the teleportation, his own intelligence. He had everything, and he lost to just like he just lost to just the plot, basically. Like he had the win, and then just lost just because. And then also obviously as a Christian, Beelzebub winning just upset me. And then you get to Leonidas, who could have won twice if he wasn't just standing around. It's like the first big hit that knocked down Apollo. He should have just walked up and bashed his head in and recreated that scene from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know, with like the boom, boom, boom. Like, should have done that. And he could have done it twice. There were 2 times when he could have done it. He just didn't. And this is the same guy who started the fight without Heimdall announcing its beginning. Like, he should have won. He absolutely should have won. And he could have won. I get it's supposed to be like it's because of his pride. He lost because of his pride. But it was just disappointing. And that was just kind of the season overall. It was just, like, again, I expected the losses. These were just done kind of disappointingly, you know? It wasn't like Lu Bu and Thor, or like Tamemon Raiden versus Shiva. Like, it wasn't that kind of loss where it's like, cool, you lost. It was more like, why did you lose? Is the kind of thing. It's weird. So, yeah. I'll get it for you. Leave it all up to us. This is no turning down that request. It's like the illusion of choice. I've been Bioshocked. Yay, you really gonna do it? Hey, do you know about this murder note? Regina, have you seen this before? I know what this is. Really? Yeah, my Fent dealer has been threatening me a bunch just because I'm behind on payment. Well, it was in my pocket for a while. In your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket? Do you even have pockets? I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Gagro's breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. You are a truly kind person, Regina. Like, you're innocent, you're being tricked by grown men, and, like, you're innocent, and we just need to, like, not protect you. We just need to burn this whole place down and keep you and Mo safe. Acro, maybe. Like, although, definitely. Like, Acro gets to live too. That's when you realize the piece of paper was in your pockets? Yup. But since I'm not a moiterer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pockets. Then what? I wonder if there was a person who lost it who was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you go to your father first? Why wouldn't you go to the authorities first? I get she's an innocent kid, but still. I did. I stuck it up there. How'd you know? Wow. So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the night, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. Found in Regina's pocket on the morning of the crime. Alright, I think we can, like, piece together what happened. Acro put the note in Regina's pocket because he's considering her as a murderer, probably. Like, for what? We don't know yet. So, then... play with fireworks. I was trying to think of a good insult. Oh, he's back! Oh. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me. Money. Nick, it's money! That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, time to take on this monkey. Attorney style. Objection! Stay, money! Stay! Objection! Hey, it's working! It sounded like he was confused at the end of that. Ooh. Yeah. Ah! Oh no! My face is being scratched off! No! The news warned me about this! I knew that acting like Regina would do the trick. Nick, you... I swiped up while money was distracted. Wow, you're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it. Huh? You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean. I want to try it on Regina's costume. I don't know why. Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus and I can finally get some peace and quiet. Oh my gosh! What is wrong with Phoenix? Like, he's just out for blood. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well. What is your problem, Phoenix? Like, first you call her annoying, then you call her fat? My god, man! To mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Wow. A shiny spangled vest, it's not Maya's size at all. Phoenix is just ready to rip and tear to people. You're dead. Might as well be. Hey, Ben. Drop the soap. Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. Phoenix, don't make me get the sniper. Do not make me call Gerard the sniper on you. He's still probably just got some good bullets recently. Some other guys melt some mush in front of her. It's like, this world deserves an inferno. Hey, Regina. The costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it doesn't fit me. This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about, that her dad shot out back. Yeah, oh, the one that someone kills. Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. He pulled out the Wesker and just bopped a cap in him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. During practice? Leon was sitting down, and then he opened his mouth, you know, gah. Huh? Usually when he did that, I would put my head in his mouth. Huh? Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always stop screaming. You sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina, everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. It ate my Marlboros. And that's when that's when he became a star in the sky. Poor thing. Leon added to the court record, this dead lion will be evidence. The animal shows the lion, shot by the ringmaster 6 months ago for biting a performer. And what else was 6 months ago? But Acro's accident. The pieces are connecting. You know, we have yet to check out the Cyclops. I wonder if we've got enough now. Oh, and also, Ben, mix ammonia and bleach. Okay, when is he gonna be back? Oh wait, that's right. He's in the cafeteria. Drink bleach. I'm just gonna keep doing stuff like that to Ben just to teach him, just to send a message. Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers. Wow! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the Bistro de Cirque, aka the cafeteria. Ooh, it smells so good in here. Those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazy burger monster. My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce, all of which could be an innuendo. They're absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven. I bet. I can tell by the smell. Oh, I'm getting hungry too. This burger must have some kind of special power. The power is cocaine. Now that the ringmaster's gone, what are you going to do? That's all I've been thinking about the past few days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Acro was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. Was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyway, I gave it some thoughts. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I was thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. Wario. I think his last name is Wario. It's like Mario. Or maybe it is Wario. Anyway. Wario. Circus Ringmaster. I can see that. And I can see that being a WarioWare game. Like, why? Actually, no, hang on. That would actually make a good WarioWare game. It's like, Wario tries to do like a circus. He gets everyone in on it. That would work. That would weirdly work. WarioWare Circus. That would work. Nintendo, pay me. What? Really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max? He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. Well, all that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know. The tragedy? You know. What he's talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Nothing at all. You must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Dang, correctamundo. Wah! What do you mean, ding? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said, if everyone can get over the tragedy, seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Yeah! Mo, I'm right, aren't I? He's got Cyclops too! Only two though, so it's a little easier. So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break, us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. Like sometimes I gamble on farts and lose. 6 months ago, eh? Wait, how old is Mo? 46, that's not that old. Like, Russell Berry was older, still not that old. Alright. Take that! It's just like doing that take that! Reveal your secrets! Get over it. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus? Okay, there's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Got him! Dab on him! It's like, personally, I'm more of a Chick-fil-A kind of man. Wow. Actually, I kind of got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would you? The lion. Leon! I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? How did you? I told him so many times, you shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that a ringmaster went along. He could never say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? I mean, it's not that unusual of a trick. Like, I've seen plenty of dangerous tricks with animals. Like, if you train them properly, like, it's not gonna be dangerous. There is no risk of agitation, like, nothing. It's like, you're very rare to have an accident like that happen. Unless it's with an untrained animal. Come on, Mo, don't climb up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Who was the victim of the bite of 87? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about. Mo, is this the person that you promised you wouldn't say anything? Acro? Take that! It must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. Come on, Mo. Everyone knows that a Phoenix Wright case always begins with something that happened in the past. Sorry, Acro. Like, I saw a short that was, like, every Phoenix Wright case ever, and it is true how, like, a majority of them are just, like, in order to solve this case, we need to look back at 10 years ago. Or it's something like that. We need to look at a case from the past. Like, it's always like that. It's like, really think about it. It's like, to solve the Mia Fey murder, we need to look at a little bit of DL6. In order to solve the Jack Hammer murder, we need to look at the accident that happened before. In order to solve Miles Edgeworth's case, we need to solve DL6. So it always comes back to some case in the past. It's just like you said, you know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. How would that have been better? He's still alive, but when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Coma? Wait, no, not coma. All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital, and that's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They were an acrobat team of brothers. Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Acro and Bat as the acrobat brothers. Honestly, that is actually kind of cute. Anyway, they were an inseparable team, cut down together in their prime. Who's Acro's younger brother? Sean Dingling, but everyone always called him Bat. Like Shinlings? Or like it's something there. It's like, if Ken Dingling is Kinling, does that mean that Sean Dingling is like Shinling? Like shingle? Or like shingling that you like put on your house? Everyone called him Bad. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina, and she, as an innocent child, keeps falling for it. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." Why did he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. I'm sorry, that face just really gives me Tim Allen vibes. Like, It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. He was ready to kill a pedophile. You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. Some sick grin. Like, the characters are terrible, the plot is stupid, the plot twist is, like, really depressing. And the only thing that makes it better are my impressions. No way, that's impossible. Smirking lion, a flying murderer. This case has everything I hate. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all of these incredible events? It's Wario time! Nick, can lions smile? I mean, I've seen videos of lions and tigers and panthers acting like big cats, so if not smile, they can at the very least purr. So, yeah? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. So that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious, what was I supposed to do? I had to tell ya! But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. It's like, I'm depressed now, time to go to Burger King! Here, you two have some pepper! Shaka 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 shaka! Here he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. This is... Nice, what a wonderful sneeze! Wah! Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that. Okay, he's made that same joke twice. I don't get it. Like, hang on. I'm just way too curious on this. Oh, it's Gotti! Like John Gotti, the mob boss. Okay, you Gotti I know you Gotti understand that. Okay, that makes more sense. It's like, it's a... And also... Okay, so that's it. That's what he's doing. Okay, that is really weird. Excuse me. Also, one more thing I meant to mention is, I meant to look up is, since we were talking about, like, the joke of Maya wanting a bust after her, how much does it cost to have a bust of yourself? Cost to have a bust of yourself made. Alright. It depends on the materials and complexity of the sculpture, and since Max's was bronze, which is actually confirmed in the record, it's a bronze statue, they can typically cost from $400 to $75,000, depending on the size and design complexity, and then it just goes different depending on, like, more materials, or if you're doing a custom one. So it depends on the sculptor, but it really also depends on the material. So there you go. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? She does. Bob would always tease her with pepper. That. From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. Hey, do we have his profile yet? 22. 16. What is wrong with this freaking circus? It's like, Regina's 16, and her crushes are a 22-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 31-year-old who uses a puppet to emotionally manipulate people. And also the judge. Mo. Say, hand on the shoulder. Mo, you may be a terrible clown, My god, are you our light in the darkness? In darkness, and by darkness, of course I mean this disgusting, baby-oiled, Epsteinian excuse for a circus. Thank you, my man. Thank you. It's like, I'm gonna take you and Acro, we're gonna burn, and Regina, we're gonna burn this place down, explain to her about pedophiles, and then we're gonna go to Texas Roadhouse to celebrate. That is my dream. And I'm glad Russell Bear is gone if he's ableist. They look perfect together, huh? Hey, found the note. Let's see here. To the murderer. That's far polite. Where'd you find the rest of this note anyway? It'd be best if I didn't tell Mo where we found it. Don't worry about it, Mo. If I didn't need to worry about it, you shouldn't have shown it to me. Yeah, fair point. Sorry. Let's see if I can now break Mo's Cyclops. And Ben, I hope the same thing that happened to Bat happens to you. Ah, Mr. Wright. Back again, I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, Terminator reference. Random, but okay. We're back because Akko's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in an accident 6 years ago. It seems that he knows what we need. Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. Oh wait, yeah, so I'll just double back. It's like, oh no, the Cyclops are here! The birds just run away whenever the Cyclops are up. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. It's lying. If that were the real cause, you'd have no reason to keep it secret. Acro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? Now that we have Leon... Take that! Leon. 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. Well, he didn't deny it. I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If the lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. Your brother, Bat. Take that! Bats. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Still isn't denying it. Mo, he must have told you. Yes, we learned about Bat from Mo, but he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Wah. Cut down together. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together, like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's last Cyclops. This must be one incredibly deep-seated secret. Excuse me. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you're still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Regina? Take that! Regina. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. saying things like she's cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite a set of eagle eyes. Her tiger tried to attack... her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Oh, maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. The notes. Because again, what happened 6 months ago, I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Take that!
The notes. This. Where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always think Acro was breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. This is such a sad, sad case. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I could put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. It's insane! Did you know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. But that lion was very old to begin with. Age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. That's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies. They were gonna go see Iron Lung by Markiplier. Poor Bats. It was a pretty decent movie. Leon chomped down. I jumped towards him. Leon attacks me, and that's how I ended up. What about Bat? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I kept going. It's like... We start this case with a silly premise of a flying criminal, where our witnesses are a puppet, but not the ventriloquist himself, and a clown who tells such bad jokes you get penalized if he makes one. And now we learn about an entire cover-up that left a guy in a coma for 6 months and left another guy, his brother, in a wheelchair, paralyzed. And according to the anime, at the very least, like, he is in there forever. Just... This case... It is true garbage. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? It's the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross, it's covered in blood. Why is it still with you guys? Like, if the Ringmaster wanted to cover up the tragedy, why wouldn't he have all this, like, destroyed? He must have, like, hid it, the scarf. It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. Huh. He did it. It looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. Oh! When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like Nick, I know, both said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Miss Von Karma? I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is in evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. It is for her to decide. Like, prosecutors are meant to have the evidence so that they can use it to poke holes in the defense's statements. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro, we'll talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro, let's go to the office. I'm not going to whip you, because unlike the ringmaster and everyone else in the circus, I, Franziska von Karma, am not an ableist. Yes, ma'am. Now what are we gonna do, Nick? How are we gonna handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. Dang, still, like, yeah, this is such a wild case. Like, also, one more thing I wanted to say, it wasn't last stream, but during the Metaphor Fantasio stream, I believe, I had talked about a game that was my personal hell and a game I really hated called Persona 5 Strikers. I had still been playing it a little bit because I wanted to get the Platinum Trophy in it. I was just one trophy away. And yesterday, I did it. I finally got my Platinum Trophy in it. So I just want to let you know that I finally beat a game I hated. Here we go. December 30th, 9:41 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Good morning, Max. Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Hey. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. And by glass, I mean cotton. Regina. How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? Regina, do you know where we are? Like, probably not. You're a very innocent child. So, Regina, this is a court of law. Max is on trial for murder. And we're about to expose the truth behind an accident. It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess does... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Oh. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Where's my cigarettes? Regina's different, don't you think? Wah! Top of the morning to ya! Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Oh. Top of the morning to ya, governor. It's like not even correct. Top of the morning. Coffee also sells hot chocolate that's actually surprisingly good. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Wah! Ah, 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 ah. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks! So how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against a real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can the other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. We'll have to actually stick with the facts and evidence that we were given. We have to do like an actual murder trial. Also, I also want to point out, in this part of the game, in the anime, they just do a full-on circus performance to explain how the murder went down. Like, they had a set, they had props, they had costumes, and that's how they explained the murder. And it was just really weird and jarring, but like kind of fun at the same time. It was also used to show how the circus was behind Max, like because they were trusting him. Today, we rely on evidence. It's our only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees that all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. Mo, I was really trying to defend you with your bad jokes, but now you're just an a-hole. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Although I am Wario, so I guess we have power stars, and we don't know where those actually come from. But also, really, Mo? Like, she's a 16-year-old, and this is her way with coping with death. What is your problem? Let's just wrap this case up. Here's our disgusting judge. You're going to be a part of the circus fire, Judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. Like, no longer Billy Bob Jones. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Ms. Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. Here, back at what's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Sorry, I cringed a little. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night, an explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. That is actually a part of the anime. Gumshoe actually did make a mock-up of, like, how he flew. Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. It's never used in the game, I don't think. In the anime, you actually see his little diorama, and I also argue against it because, like, a flight rig is not something you can do on your own. You need, like, multiple people for it, because you need people to, like, man the wires to keep you afloat. It's not just something you, like, have a little switch in your hand and you just control. It's not like Sword Art Online. Like, no, you actually need, like, people to control your path. Like, flight is not that simple. Time to get to work. Shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Who let him bring the birds? Name and occupation. Ken Dealing. Everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the very big circus. Also, I just want to point out, this case is going to be very easy on my throat because of the fact that Acro just has a normal voice, Franziska has a normal voice, and Phoenix and Mai have normal voices. The only different one is going to be the judge, but it's fine. This is probably going to be the easiest case on my throat. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Now, would you like to tell us what you witnessed? Okay. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. I saw Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's what it looks like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. Wait, also, didn't we get, like, an affidavit from him? From the clown of what he witnessed? Like, we have the ringmaster papers from the Rays. No, I must be thinking of a different case then. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that is left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. 3, 4, 5. That's 5 fools. 5 fools so far. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. A killer. A killer for bringing up my love? Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. So she actually does believe in the flight theory in the game. I guess I forgot that. Oh. Alright. Resting in bed. Around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few months later I saw someone flying. Hold it! The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Do you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. But remember, the hat was found at the crime scene. So he couldn't have seen Max. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. More impressive than those results I seem to get. Maybe there was something fishy with his latest testimony. There's a contradiction. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? Yeah, the hat. Which we've had a show before. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. I couldn't. The ringmaster was very cruel to me and put my bed far away from the window. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order! Order!
Objection!
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. You okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth, now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What will cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Acro is the true culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself, even though we have accused him several times before. On this occasion, haven't you accused witnesses of being killers literally every single case? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? What is it with you in these murder trials, always having the witnesses be the true culprits? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. And just like Edgeworth has said, you're not just a clown, you're the entire circus. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? Yes. If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He brought birds in with him for some reason. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. There's a bird, like, Your Honor, there's a bird attacking me. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingley, do you have any responses to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up at myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his clients. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. It's like, Phoenix is accusing a man in a wheelchair. Way to pick up the disabled, you heartless, cruel man! Phoenix is a poopy. Hey! Who said that? Who said that? Who called me a poopy head? Who said it? Who said it? That's what I thought. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. Like, this looks really bad for Phoenix. Your Honor, we accuse the disabled individual of being a murderer. I mean, it's basically just Breaking Bad. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note that confirms that Acro was unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he didn't. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There is no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. I know it's different from the point, but it just felt right. Order! Order! What is going on? What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Nice stream it. Hey, thank you, Herlock Sholmes. And I like the reference. Like, I've never read Arsène Lupin, but I'm a big fan of Persona 5. Like, Persona 5 Royal is my favorite game, so I appreciate the channel name. I appreciate, not channel, I don't know if you're a user or not, but I definitely appreciate it. Welcome back. Hey, welcome back. We're accusing a disabled man of being a murderer and saying he had no accomplice. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know I can't do it, but I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingley? He was in his room. Because I remember this case very well because of how stupid it is. So, I remember a lot of this. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro was unable to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? Hang on, I got a hummingbird real quick. That's all. It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. He's like, got it! Like, the jury is just like, got him! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to this scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. It's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? He saw him fly away. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. It's like, Maya, this is not Dragon Ball. You cannot just learn the Crane School flight technique. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? Do you truly believe that this is Dragon Ball Z? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. It's like, we're skipping the carbs, we're getting straight into the meat and potatoes. Careful, Nick. If you mess up here... Wait, no, potatoes are carbs, whatever. She's right, I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. Now, no doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the murder, Mr. Wright. Present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? And this is also a very stupid part of this whole case. Ever see... What? Hang on. Alright, sorry, OBS Studio just had a disconnect-reconnect randomly. POV, when you hear chat music for the Snow White remakes part 1 and 4, mirror, mirror on the wall. I love that. I love that 4-parter. That is so good. Mirror, mirror on the wall was the crappiest remake of them all. Like, I love that. Like, it might as well be. Like, and because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. I mean, it doesn't help that it's also made of bronze, which is a heavier metal than it looks. It's like, this is Max's bust. It is quite large and very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a 3rd-story window. Ah! Look, the birds have left. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust! Oh my god! It's like, he won with the power of Curiosity Box! And boob innuendos! The funny part is chat music was so unhinged, but it was so good. I know, I love chat music. I love the one they did for the Shrek 5 trailer. That one was so good. That one was also a really good... Chat music is just a good channel. Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. So simple, Kevin McAllister could have pulled it off. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
Objection!
How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Objection!
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. It's true, it's basically just like Joe Swanson in Family Guy. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, you made the birds go away. Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't— Ow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time.
Objection!
There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
Objection!
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. I can see things my way once in a while, even though he has whenever it's been Winston Payne. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. We're not Russell Berry here. Thank you. A woman will sink to any low to win a case. So much for an honorable title. An honorable Von Carmen named my foot. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more serious injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let it get to me. I gotta focus. Cross-examination. Yeah. Could have lifted it. There. Makes it impossible to have known the location. Press. What do you say? Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You may accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. Good on you, Maya! You're not just our necromancer rogue. You've also got some points in intelligence. Nice! Thinking like a true D&D player. Seeing things outside the box. That does make sense. If only I could prove it somehow. We actually do have a way to prove it. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. That's it. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. We actually do have something to present. And this is probably the best evidence of the case that I actually like.
Objection!
Acro, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Objection!
Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things. But that'll be yesterday. Okay, there we go. Why is it disconnecting and reconnecting a bunch? The mirror is lying, Here's that lying is crazy for several reasons, and it's only gets a crazy here. That's the funny part. That is like, that is a good one. Yeah. Look at this photograph. It's a dead man. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there'd be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! Like, it makes sense. A little convoluted, but it makes sense. Order, order, order! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward! So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Also, why did you assault me in this court of law? Specially made. Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature, its weight. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with her body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly why I was... I don't know why I said it that way. That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be approximately the same place. Fool! That's number 6. It's the 6th fool. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I forgore. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that! No, don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Yeah. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria. Also, just an aside, every time she does the whip the table and then talk to the whip, all I can think of is Prosecutor Von Karma would like to battle. It's like a Pokemon battle is all I can think about when she does that. Because it feels like it feels like the sprite animations for important trainer battles from Gen 4 and Gen 5 for like the gym leaders in Sinnoh or for like the important trainers in Black and White 2. It just kind of reminds me of that. It's like those little sprite animations they do before the battle. So it just makes me think she's about to send out a Pokemon. But the real question is, what would her team be like? I feel like if she was the type specialist, she would be a flying user. Like, that just makes the most sense. like, she's a flying specialist, mostly because, like, her hair and the cufflinks of her sleeves are very much the color that are usually associated with flying types. Sometimes ice, but I don't see her as an ice specialist. She's more flying specialist is more what I see. Mostly because I could very much see her using Pokemon like Staraptor and Swellow and maybe even Mega Pidgeot. I could just see her using large birds like that. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. No, she's a Rage type user, and she has a Garchomp and a lot of other Pokemon that are constantly in Rage. Just like she just has the theme of Pokemon that are just constantly angry. So it's like Garchomp. There's got to be an Annihilate. You can't have angry Pokemon without an Annihilate, and that makes sense. All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? The answer? The monkey.
Take that!
A monkey? Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it all on his own and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room?!
Objection!
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Objection!
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Oh wait, no, those are nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Is that actually in the court record? No, it's not. It doesn't say that they're platinum, it just says that it's bronze. Like, okay. Wah! Acro. Money is a very strong monkey, right? I mean, there was a tuba in his room. It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order! Order! I said order! Miss Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? Does that mean he would have dropped like a tuba on him? Because there was a tuba in the room, it would have been like, alright, womp. It's like, it's like, so that not only means that this was just the murder weapon by chance, but it also means that Max was the like original suspect by chance. Like, that's all it was. It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought he used one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible for that Acro was the murderer. Moron! And I go, hey, everyone, here's my nephew Liam in the stream. We're currently in a murder trial. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? I actually have a badge, and it proves that I'm a lawyer. You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot what your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. No. There was no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you down. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? It was still the bust.
Take that!
He saw Max's ow! I asked who the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Objection!
Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. Your Honor, the killer was a weeping angel from Doctor Who. How was that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
Objection!
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the busts. It would be easy to hang one off the cars in the bust's hands. Idiot! Who in their right mind would have put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? It actually does make a point, because whoever put the cloak on the bust made it seem like it was Max. Though, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Now, I praise this game for the wooden box being a part of the murder. What I will not praise is this upcoming scene.
Take that!
The monkey did it, of course. Fool. Him? Nope, it was Russell Berry. Like, the monkey would have been funny. He's like, he trained the monkey's like, okay, Money, go put the cloak on the bust, take it off the dead guy, put it on the murder weapon. Would you say it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? I'll tell you what really happened that night. Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the busts. Then dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. Again, this is a plot point pulled straight out of Home Alone 2. This is literally just the scene when Macaulay Culkin's character just throws bricks at the wet bandits. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo, who really should be arrested for something else that I'm not going to say because my nephew is here. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Just bowling ball on a fishing line, basically. Now is when the magic happens. Yes, that. Yep, chat note. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, for me, it says that that there's only one person in chat, so it's hard to tell if it's just me. I can check it on my end too, and just go yeah, and now I got it saying that there's two concurrents. But either way, so, not only was the bust the murder weapon by chance, but Max was also made the suspect by chance just because physics itself decided to say, I don't want to work today, so the cloak just flew off of Russell Berry's body and then attached itself to the bust. It is so stupid. The box being there so that Acro could always know someone was there, that was smart. This is not. This is so stupid. But I kind of love this. Funny. I love it because of how stupid it is. It's just really funny. Like, it's just he's a victim of circumstance. It's like, this is all just a case of circumstance. Like, Max is the suspect by chance. Russell Berry had the cloak put on the bust by chance. And Acro had a murder weapon by chance. It is so stupid. And I love it. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be! It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused a sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the murder, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. Because fate is a real stinker. Oh, it's so stupid. That the drummer boy had to do a double take, apparently. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Hang on, I have a hummingbird friend real quick. I just want to open my mouth to. I just want to pog at him real quick. In my opinion, I would have first saw the window that's wide open and immediately thought, oh wow, it's this person's. True, I'm surprised that he didn't. Like, if Russell was so paranoid about the note that told him to go there at 10 p.m., and then he sees the wooden box there that he probably would have thought was the conclusive evidence on the note, you would have thought he would have been looking around as much as he could, especially at the windows, to make sure no one was just overlooking everything. Like, especially, like, he would have been like, okay, the ventriloquist is out of sight, Moe is sleeping, I don't see anyone in the stairwell. Hey, why is Acro's window open? Shouldn't he be in bed? Like, it really should have. And you can't even be like, he just had the window open because it was snowing. It's still December. It's like, it's close to the new year. So he would have had the window shut because of how cold it is. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale, but do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? Prosecutor Franziska von Karma would like to battle. She sends out an annihilate. Imagine his room is so unbearably hot because his AC just won't turn off and won't lower. That would make more sense, especially because where his bed is directly below his AC. So it's just like blisteringly hot in there, and it's like I have to always have my window open on cold days just so I don't melt in my sleep. Like in this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. I'm here too. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. Just explain how there can only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get it out of this. Jam! I read that badly. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Okay, so the proof that this is all how it went down. We can't show the note yet because this isn't of importance. We just did the wood box. Do I have anything else I can present? Let me think. Hard proof that I have solved this. I don't think there's anyone I can like present to prove this. Well, it's a good thing I've got a guide here. I don't want to be spending too long, so again, this is just here because it's not a spoiler for me because I know this game already from a playthrough I saw, so this isn't a spoiler. This is just so I don't waste time. That's all this is. Oh wait, we used the profile here. We use not the profile, the promo poster.
Take that!
The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, Silicat, the cloak, and the white roses. The symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were only 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The Silicats was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's Silka hat was found at the scene of the crime. So I just read a previous message at the same time. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. I don't know why presenting the poster is how he proved that, but alright. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Sort of.
Objection!
Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction. Remember what the ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night, but the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like to see you explain it, try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Oh! So not only did it fly onto the cloak, it also curled itself so the white roses would have been hidden. What's physics, everybody? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! Quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a little while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Or she'll finger wag and use metronome. And he's got a hummingbird. Pog. It's the pog bird. It's like, it's not the hummingbird, it's not the hummingbird, it's the pogging bird. It's a bird that when you look at it, it makes you pog. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research your circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? Suction cup man. Order! What are we ordering? I didn't know this was a food court. I never saw, like, Suction Man. I love Pymation's videos. I haven't actually seen the Suction Cup Man stuff, mostly because I've never ever seen South Park. I probably should. Not watch South Park, watch Suction Cup Man. Like, I refuse to watch South Park. It's just one of those shows I just refuse to have in my, like, circle of things I watch. If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? E4. I will... And you, it's not child friendly. I just said my favorite video game is Persona 5 Royal. And I just beat Persona 5 Strikers. That'll be fun. Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Alright, that is actually, before means episode 4. Oh, okay. Is that the one labeled business and pleasure? I think so. Anyway, that is actually a good point. I'm not going to end stream because I've still got a good amount of time before I would normally end. However, I am going to use the bathroom real quick, so this is going to be a good little break. So if anyone wants to use the bathroom themselves or maybe get a snack for the final part of this trial, you go ahead. I'm going to dehydrate myself. I'll be right back. Ooh, I just remembered something I had to do. I'm gonna extend the break a little more so I can do it. This will actually be quicker. Alright. I just forgot to charge something, so I'm just having it charged now. I can't believe it! Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think you is always the most straightforward of the group. Am I that hated? Yes. But, hey, Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? But I'm nothing but a little nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after you're gonna ignore me after I went through all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Wah! Sniper, Highcaster reappear! He's just like teleport. Is back there. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway. You know, you're not wrong, Gumshoe. I'll go with you. Maybe we can play Pokemon Pokopia together. Like, apparently it does have multiplayer to it, which I find very funny, because they showed it off innocently. It's like, you can build like a Ditto, and you can make music with your friends, like just like in Minecraft. But in reality, you know, people are going to be making not family-friendly things in Minecraft. Like, for all we know, they're probably gonna make like some really inappropriate stuff. Like, just saying, that's how it goes. It's like, I played Minecraft. I made some cursed stuff before. Now, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't we relax a little? Like, no, Phoenix, he's actually right. I mean, think about it. Like, once again, this is a 21-year-old man who wants to marry a 16-year-old girl, but is also competing with a 31-year-old man and his puppets, who's using said puppet to emotionally manipulate the child. And also, she had a thing for a 22-year-old, and this guy was not only okay with it, but he's also ableist, as he makes a disabled man live on the 3rd floor of a building without an elevator or wheelchair access. Just... no one's worth saving here. Even Mo. I mean, sure, Mo may just be weirdly harsh towards Regina and her coping mechanism, but he's still pretty fine, you know? Like, I don't hate him too much, but he should still... yeah, he's fine. Like, Mo is fine. And even if Acro's the murderer, he's still fine. I mean, kind of, except for one thing that we'll be getting into with this show. One time I saw someone make a farm for zombies and forced a zombie to watch as a player murdered thousands upon millions in front of it. And that's child's play. I've seen worse. I've seen cheat machines. I've seen baby chickens turned into roast chicken dispensers. Like, I've seen some messed up stuff, man. I've seen some real messed up stuff. We've got some real tasty milk, while constantly being drowned and drowned at the same time. Nah, I don't think that's as bad as the sheep machine. How about torture, detective? Well, if you insist. Now about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Now that we've dried you. Oh, dried and undried at the same time. Oh, that is kind of bad. Still think the sheep machine's worse. And the whole, like, the baby chicken, roast chicken machine I saw. Basically, I saw someone make a machine that takes, like, the chicken, and then it makes the baby chicken, and then it falls into lava so that it can become Steve's lava chicken. Like, that's horrifying. Here you go! Huh? This was yesterday in Afro's room. Yep, and I have included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Thank you, Waluigi. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's fine, this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. Wah! That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. I gotta go get a taco. That is a really obscure reference that I know for a fact no one's going to get, but I'm saying it regardless. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. Looks like there's a very large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area also looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? It's like, so they're all kind of caring. So, like, everyone from the circus is kind of caring for Max. He has no reason to in this world, but in the anime it makes more sense because he's actually nicer to the people in the circus in the anime. Because in the anime, there's a whole thing where, yes, he was going to talk to Russell Berry about his contract. However, he also was going to talk to the others talk to him about the others' contracts so they could get a raise too, because he wants them to work harder. So in the anime, he's not as much of a jerk. He actually genuinely cares about the others, and he just is harsh on them because he wants them to get better as well. So it's a little nicer. Like, he's not like prideful and crass. He's actually just someone who just wants to empower other performers, and he just wants to inspire them. Like, I prefer it more. Anywho, back to accusing a disabled man of being a murderer. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh, God. About the Ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the Ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the Ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the Ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Yeah, of course I'll cross-examine him. Or, like, I think, because I know, like, the plot twist, I'm just... Okay, I was right to double check. No need to question him now. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the Ringmaster murdered? There is no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know. Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the Ringmaster dead? I can't. That one came from Shraka Lord Farquaad, or whatever. Is it crazy to call Snow White? Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, that wig was terrible. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. I did. Mostly because it's been a while since I had experienced this case, so I don't remember it. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. So we were at 6, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at 12 now. We hit double digits. Did you forget? You made an accusation against a witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Also, why is the sniper shooting at me? Order, order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. He's like, understood, Your Honor. He's like, just punches Von Karma straight in the face. He's like, finds a couple other people just being loud. He's like, just, the judge gave me permission. Boom, boom. Like, I'm just punching people now. Sniper, run out of bullets. I'm shooting bees. I see. You've learned that from Tim Hawkins, did you not? He's like, bees. I love that. I love that bit. He's like, the power to shoot bees out of my hand, just fire hose bees. He's like, sir, you're in my seat. Oh, let me check your bees. Like, do you know how fast you're going? Bees. It's like, oh, sir, would you like to buy my product? Bees. Just bees. Just love that. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina.
Take that!
No, I learned it from Dr. Bees. Trust me, it's canon. Well, that's canon now! Regina Berry? This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say, you're wrong. That's it. That's it. Huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Okay, that's actually a cold line. Fun fact, there's a new episode of Dr. Bees. Oh, yeah, never heard of it. But seriously, that is a good line. The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. That is a good line. Oh, and that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves that Acro was out to kill this young girl. I don't know, how about this death threat? Acro, you remember this, don't you? I think there's like 3 episodes. Never heard of it. I'll check it out someday. Check it out later. It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. His purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pockets. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Barry. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours is the truth, Your Honor. This isn't a theory. A game theory! Thanks for watching. Case adjourned. Not guilty. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Also, what is Dr. Bees anyway? Is it like an indie animation? Is it like an independent animated thing? I've never heard of it. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? It's like, yeah, like Regina, the 16-year-old, is just in the peanut gallery, just hearing about, like, not only hearing about a bunch of people talk about her dead dad, but also, like, hearing about how this paralyzed man who she takes care of, who's the older brother of a man she loved, is actually the one who tried to kill her and not her father. I think so, and it's on YouTube, like Suction Cut Man. I'll have to look it up sometime. She is. And unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. She's just in the sense like, it's fine, I gotta smoke. Akko wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a fool. Okay, that was 9. So that was 9. So going from 12 to 21, then 22, 23, and 24. We have hit 24 fools, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so it's not the best series, but it's something. Okay, I'll still look into it. But we have hit 24 fools, ladies and gentlemen. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what this note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Phoenix, stop saying things like that about a 16-year-old. Hold up right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in this note? The incident 6 months ago. And I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Well, then it's just moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. It took me a while to read that sentence. Really, Nick? I think so. I mean, it's just the pattern in a lot of my cases, so might as well. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the notes? I know, I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about this incident 6 months ago is actually the pepper that was in the wooden box. Ultra Kill finally got level 8 fraud. Never played it, so I have no clue what that means, but I want to play it on the channel at some point. But also, what kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Spicy? What does that mean? Look, spicy joke. It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. I mean, it's not. That is what was inside the wooden box. We were confirmed this yesterday at the last trial. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, it is the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. 27. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Level 8 is just the level, and each level has a certain amount of parts as other levels, and the new one is called Fraud. Oh, okay. But it was Bat.
Take that!
Take that, Bat! Who is this? This is Acro's younger brother.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him. Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? 28. Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Do you think she had to whip Mo to find that out? Like, in order to get her evidence about the scarf, because she knew that the scarf was connected. I mean, she probably also was, like, listening in. It's just like, when she said she had heard everything, it's like, did she hear everything about the scarf, or did she actually hear everything, like, literally everything we were talking about with Acro? But lion! Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the commands. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was. I looked away from the stream that I saw a video saying, we found Jack Walton. Oh, oh yeah, the Walton files. I suppose it was truly an accident. Wait. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix, right? Wait, did I mess up? Yeah, you're saying a line to attack over. Wait, hang on. Did I? Frick. I messed up. Oh, wait. Okay. It didn't matter. It's the matter, Nick. I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. I messed. Okay, you didn't mess up. Your Honor, wait. What is this? The lion-biting bat was no accident at all. It is so funny. That is funny. It's like, you're like, wow, this is such a good Phoenix Wright stream. It's like, hey, what else is on my feed? We found Jack Walton. It's like, oh no. That is a very interesting analog horror series. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. Bat's scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Funny part is, I had to click on it. The first thing I hear is Rosemary. We found Jack Walton. That is a good one. I haven't caught myself up on it, the Walton files. Like, I know it was still going on, but I didn't know that they had gotten like another season on it.
Take that!
That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina! There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. The hummingbird is attacking me again. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? He's not getting it. Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? Still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. And then, Von Karma got it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile. I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Yes, I know the defendant has birds, but imagine this was just another bird. It's like, this one didn't come with acro. It's like, I have no clue who that hummingbird was. I came here with a pogging bird, not a hummingbird. This is just a completely different animal. It's like, yes, for you see, it was I brought this hummingbird in to peck at Phoenix Wright to make him know that he is a fool. And that is not a part of the fool counter. We're still just at 28. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! Okay, now we can up the fool counter. 29. You've got to be kidding me!
Objection!
This is all literally just... what's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? Annihilate! Use Rage Fist! You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. 30! We finally hit 30! 30 fools in one court case, in this one trial. I didn't count it from the last one, but whatever. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you can't mean, witness! Or you confirm me the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? Pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? The bird's attacking again. You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered in the victim's blood, then that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. This is my stand! It really looks like Phoenix just has a stand. Of just like, it looks like a stand, especially with it being bronze. Like, if it wasn't bronze, it would just be that. But because it's bronze, like, it looks like a stand with its power being something with, like, cards. Like, this is just a stand. Like, and I kind of love it. My stand. The busts. Nick, you gotta do something. It's the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Sniper, wait a minute. I can shoot hummingbirds at light speed in my targets. Fun fact, here's a thing. They go so fast they end up breaking their beaks stuck in trees. I did not know that. Request to search Acro's room. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingley. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of von Karma, total justice. You mean? A von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my pocket. It wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Waluigi Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Wait a second, something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put in my coffin. Why do people keep saying that? But, what about the scarf? What about the note? I mean, they could all just be circumstantial, or even just like faked evidence. What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the Ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this key slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. But I ain't got a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Ah. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Who said hold it? Oh, Maya. Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised here? She's your age, isn't she? Von Karma? This whole thing is Danganronpa crossed with Home Alone. Like, this is a very confusing case. Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Well, are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. All I did was just do contempt of court. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now is the time for us to walk across our own tightrope. This is the most clarity Maya has ever had in a courtroom. That's not her just being like, we'll get through this somehow, or just like summoning Mia on the spot. Like, this is the most forethought Maya has ever put into a case, and I gotta applaud her for it. It's like, Maya, you're actually proving yourself to be a legal aid. Good for you. You're not just. Isn't the bust in the garbage? Oh no, it's a much dumber answer than that. If we don't, we're certain to lose. That's my necromancer rogue. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Acro, why do you keep saying things that are incriminating? Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. Sink or swim. I'm diving in. Danny, like Stephen Curtis Chapman. Fantastic song. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? It's in this very courtroom! It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom! It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all! It is with vodka. No, it is with the witness! Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? If you want to know something funny, I was about to say it's in the courtroom at the very beginning. Yeah, it's just, like, he's got to pog at a bird real quick. That's all. I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. I was too busy pogging at a bird. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of this. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. And just to be funny, I was gonna say it's on the ceiling. It's like, everyone, look up! Like everyone looks up. It's like, there's no bust. It just says Gullible on the ceiling, and you stole my lungs. Like, just you got asked if movies. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please end the pain for us now? Would you please allow us the freedom of Turnabout Big Top and allow its curtains to fall? Would you please remove the blankets from your lap? YouTube poop. Doctor, I'm afraid of Astif movie is a one heck of a video. I'll look into it because I do love a good YouTube poop. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. My dumb question. What's everyone's favorite YouTube poop? For me, I didn't find it until I found it on a TikTok, and when it was just like a repost. And my favorite is Grunkle Stunkle wins the Funkle Bunkle. Look it up. It's hilarious. There's multiple different variants of it. Also, Alex Hirsch is very aware of it, and he finds it funny and confusing at the same time. It's hilarious. And there's like multiple variants of it too. There's Grunkle Sands wins the football. Or it's like a Grunk Stunk wins the Funk Bunk. It's like it gets really funny. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Just so you know, it's so much of a YouTube poop it should be an Astif movie. Nice. You fool! 31. How could you? Hey, she's real pissed. Got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? It's Francisco Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. It's just like when Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright worked together to take down Damon Gant and Dee Vasquez. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. You know, I always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. It's like, hey Acro, why is there a bust of Maxie in your trash can? It's like, it's just there, like, on top of a bunch of, like, tissues and the ashes. It's just, like, there, but, like, tilted at an angle. It's like, don't worry about it, Regina. Just throw it away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under my wheelchair. I'm sorry, I was about to laugh because his podium just disappears, and I love that. I like the fact it's a canon that Gandalf died to a lawyer, not even just a Phoenix Wright, the lawyer. Like, by Gandalf, I know you're probably meaning Gant, but either way, that is funny. It's like Gant was done in by a lawyer. Ganondorf? You know what? Close enough. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. Excuse me. I believe that would be very obvious to see from the back, but oh well. Yeah, it really did make sense. It seems we've finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor? Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper? I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. It makes me wonder how much Warrior Cat she actually had been reading. Like she really believed in StarClan. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you were a victim in all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. With a very, very soothing ASMR voice. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange and depressing case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. How? I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Again, really think about this case. It is... It's like... It started off stupid, but it was a circus case. You could kind of mistake it. Like, a flying criminal, a puppet as the witness, but not the ventriloquist, like a clown who makes bad jokes. You can forgive all that. But then you have an entire love story between a minor and 3 different adult men, one of which is 10 years old than the other 2. You have the judge who said he would ask her out, Phoenix who blushed at her, Mo who just cannot let a child have a coping mechanism at all. And then to top it all off, the plot twist of the whole case is just really freaking depressing. And it's just... it's a lot. It's a lot. Not to mention that your client's just a douchebag. It's like this case is just so much that just... wow. And then the whole Miles Edgeworth thing. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Happy 30th anniversary of Pokemon, everybody! Boom! This court is adjourned. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. This is all super depressing. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat? Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? This doesn't seem very respectful to Pokemon because they're murders. It's like, how are you celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pokemon? A murder trial with a man contemplating suicide and wanting to kill a child, all because of an accident and a coping mechanism he just can't comprehend. And also Waluigi. All of my Pokemon are purple! Obviously not meaning I'm a poison user, there are certain Pokemon that are purple that aren't poison types. I can't think of any right now, but there are. That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them. Wow! Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll never you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Wah. She's been like this for a while now. Ekans, poison type. Like, what? Is there a purple Pokemon that isn't a poison type? The only one that comes to mind is Annihilate, but I feel like that's not really, it's not really? Like, hang on. Purple Pokemon that aren't poison type. Oh, Mewtwo. Oh, list of Pokemon. I forget that Pokemon actually has a color selection thing. So let's see. Rattata. We got the Shelder line, Alolan Marowak, Starmie, Ditto, Aerodactyl, Articuno, Mewtwo, like I said, Aipom, Espeon, Fortress, Gligar, Granbull, Mantine, Tyro. Oh, that's actually more than I thought. Alright. Yeah, also just... Wait, the Gothorita line counts as... Well, I guess it makes sense that the Gothorita line counts as purple, because, like, yes, it wears black and white, but it also has purple skin, so that makes sense. So, yeah, okay, that all checks out. She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Wah. Sweet pie. That Nacro, they're never coming back. I'm so torn up about this. Wah. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
I would say he will, because I hate every single one of you except for Regina. And you know what, Mo's fine. I would say Acro, but he did try to kill a child, so you know he's not a friend anymore. Like it is sad, but he also did try to kill a child because he can't understand the coping mechanisms of the youth. But you know, Mo is fine. He may be harsh and a little liberal, but you know what? He can live. Shiny Zoroark? Is Shiny Zoroark purple? Is Zoroark shiny purple? Hang on. Yes, it is. The main is. And so's the Hisuian Zoroark. Which I'm just gonna say now, I prefer Hisuian Zoroark over normal Zoroark. Like, Zoroark is a cool Pokemon, do not get me wrong, but I just completely prefer, like, the Hisuian one. Like, first of all, we finally get a ghost normal type Pokemon, which is something I've been wanting for the longest time. But also, I just love the design, the like berserk beast kind of look, the like completely white except for the red, which is apparently because Zoroark is so angry and vengeful that it like tears into itself, so it's just like blood. So it's like bloodied claws, a bloodied mane. It is just so metal. I love it. Hisuian Zoroark is one of my top 5 Pokemon. Up there with the likes of Rotom and Lucario and Ceruledge. Love it. So you know, I'm gonna give Regina some peace of mind. I don't think he will. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You really sure? I can't believe that.
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
I actually don't know what to present here. My first thought would just be like the scarf, but I don't want to be wrong either, so, you know, handy dandy guide time. Like, I just gotta pull her up real quick. And then just gotta scroll to that part, because I don't want to get this wrong, you know? I've been not getting it wrong this whole time, so I just further don't want to get it wrong. Oh, just simply present bats. Okay. Oh, right, because he's in the coma, and he knows that he'll wake up someday, so just for them.
Take that!
He's like, take that, your dead lover! Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Sometimes I forget that you can present profiles, because in the previous game, you didn't have to do that. It's just a new feature they've added in Justice for All. And it's going to be something that continues later on. So, I'm just getting used to it.
Bat.
That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know.
I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught...
Huh?
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat for as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes again. Then until we can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of Regina. That is actually sweet. Like, it's still wrong because she's 16, he's 22. It's still really wrong. But, you know, like, if it takes, like, 2 years, then it'll be fine. But until then, it's just creepy. So, but that is sweet. But also, how did she never know that Bat was in a coma? This whole time, did she just think that Bat was dead? That he was just dead. Did Russell never tell her the truth? Like, he told her about Leon dying, and that's what led to her, like, coping mechanism about people becoming stars. Did he just never tell her about Acro's mental state? About how he was just in a coma? Russell Berry's a terrible person. He's allowing a man to date a minor. He's an ableist, and now he just never told her that her, like, love interest and best friend was, or at least best friend, was in a coma and not dead. This whole time! This is all Russell's fault! Forget accident! This is Russell's fault! If she had just known that he was in a coma, would she have never said he's just a star? She would have been more hopeful about it. Been like, I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry, like, I hope he wakes up someday, you know? By the way, someone gave me a shiny Mart Zoroa, Suing Zoroa, and I haven't done anything with it in Scarlet and Violet. It's just been in my box. Well, maybe you can use it in Pokemon Champions, like when you get a Hisui and Zoroark. Normal Ghost is a really good typing when you literally only have one weakness. So maybe you could use that for Pokemon Champions. Which again, when it comes out this April, I will be doing it on my channel as a series. A bi-monthly series where the first stream of every month and the last stream of every month will be Pokemon Champions streams of me just learning competitive, getting into competitive, and just doing it more and more so that I can get myself into competitive. So I just because it's something I want to get into.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Maybe I should quit smoking.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy?
I'm sorry about what happened. I feel like I'm now meshing that like blood versus it. The
Wario time. We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. Wario's wonderful circus! Wah!
Can't wait to finish a battle with a coin at my party, a tiny mark to give me gold.
Nice. I'll turn this circus into the best circus the world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh, or I'll give you the waft.
That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things.
Huh? What?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max?
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? You know, the country voice really works for Max. I know it's supposed to be more like fabulous darlings, more like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! But the country voice works.
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina, you're gonna help them too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today, other than to break you of your coping mechanism? Wow, we gotta work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. The Berry Bigger Circus. Mo, my darling Mo.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Otherwise, it'd just be the Big Circus.
Next.
Nick. Seems like everything is going to turn out all right here. A shiny, ruined fish is perfect. Ah, yes, the ultimate tag team. A bloodied demon fox, a man made of coins, and a goldfish that brought about a kingdom's ruin. Can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save it the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
My throat is dying. I see. What made the case?
Yesterday's surprise raid! It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. A game theory. If Acker really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, detective, my plan is about to leave. As for Mr. Acker's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top, the end. Turnabout Big Top trophy earned. We got our trophy. A brand new episode has been added, which is my favorite case. Going from the worst case of the trilogy to the best case to my favorite, at least my favorite case in all of Phoenix Wright is a great go. Farewell, my turnabout. I'm going to save, but I'm not going to end stream yet. There is one quick thing I'd like to do, if you wouldn't mind a little extension. So, first of all, I'm just gonna power off. And then I'm just gonna change out what is in my capture card, because there's just one quick thing I'd like to do. Hold on. Why does this always happen? Okay, there we go. Holy sounds. Yes. There's just one more thing I'd like to do. If you wouldn't mind, just a quick little extension. To end off Pokemon's 30th anniversary, there's something I didn't get yet. I was going to get it before stream, but between a morning routine and just getting stuff ready, I had just forgotten. So we're just gonna do this now. Just something real quick. Get via the internet. Oh, wait, hang on. Why is this not capturing? There we go. Here's the last thing I wanted to do. Choose a gift you wanted to receive. Special distortion detected. Blank screen, sorry about that. As a part of the Pokemon Presents, they also announced an event. An event we all knew was going to happen because of data miners and leakers. But meet the condition to find a special pocket of hyperspace where you can obtain a Garchampite Z-Stone. Stop for now, because I have everything else. I already had the rolls with the Gardevoirite. I had the... let me put my team back to what it was before. Here's just a box of shinies I've collected in this game. I have a Pansage, a Malamar, a Flappy, a Torchic, a Munna, a Snover, a Fennekin. The Snover was the first one, by the way. A Heracross, an Emolga, a Metatite, and a Spinarak. And then I just did this because I've been doing the competitive battles. So, for anyone who's curious, this is my end party. It's been changed a lot, but this is it. We have Amalia the Emboar, Rukia the Frostlass, Wonderwise the Mewtwo, Zirconia the Diancie, the Knight, Darkrai, the Knight meaning Roaring Knight, and Azrael the Zygarde. Health shiny Mega Garchomp goes crazy. Not me. Yeah, I believe it. Alright, so what are the conditions? Oh, here it is. Unidentified Megastone. Right near Quasartico. Alright. So this is what I'm going to wrap up with. In honor of Pokemon's 50th anniversary, I already showed you all the stuff I took away from the Pokemon Presents this year between Pokopia and Pokemon Champions and Pokemon Wind and Waves. So I'm just going to use one of my donuts. I'm asking you just to find a shiny alpha. Like, I doubt I will, that'd be funny, but I am not going to shiny hunt this Garchomp. I don't even know if it'll be a Garchomp. It may just be like a little side quest to just fight one. Oh, no! There is just a fight. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to use Rukia, which, Bleach. Obviously, I love Bleach. Mega Garchomp Z is going to attack. People already knew this Pokemon was going to be in thanks to data miners and leakers. And people were also upset about this because this is actually a bad Pokemon. Like, its stats suck. But I love Mega Frostlass's design. Mega Garchomp, the Rogue Mega Garchomp Z has been defeated. Well, like, semi-rogue. And there we go. Garchompite Z. You know, I'm not really the kind of person to make skits, but if I were to, I'd want to make one about like the main character feeling so exhausted from everything that happened, while also doing a joke about how you can't actually leave Lumio City because once you do, like, it just makes you wake up on a bench. So I kind of want to do a joke where you allow Hoopa, where, like, the main character has Hoopa take them into a distortion, and they just convince Hoopa to leave them behind. They leave the Pokedex research stuff they had with Mabel. They sit on one of these anti-homeless benches, except it would just be a normal bench, and they just found the only one that exists. And then they would just allow the gate to close, and they would just become one with hyperspace. Like, I'm not really someone who does skits, but that's one I've thought on before. Just like, he's now become one with hyperspace, with the hyperspace distortion. Wait a minute, you're dressed like Ganondorf? Yeah, I don't know why I went for this. Before this, I had a mod coat. I can actually kind of show off, like, outfit and looks. Before I went with the Corbeau outfit, I just ignore that. What I did instead was this, which did look cool, but this just kind of fit right. And then, like, it all started when I just had a visor and I bought these headphones. And then the hair just kind of evolved. I kept the Phalanx pack because that's just funny. And then you can just see as it went. So yeah, I'm not a person to do skits, mostly because I'm bad with green screen. But if I did, that'd be one I'd do. If you want to see me make that in the future, let me know. But for now, we're just gonna escape. With a flashbang. Yeah, what's this? Oh, a feather. So yeah. And I can go into my... Oh wait, that's not the Pokedex. I can go into my Pokedex. So I can show you. So we can see Mega Garchomp Z's just... So first of all, he's a pure dragon type, which honestly is not that good because it means he loses the stab Earthquake. Garchomp has gained a new Mega Evolved form. It flies around at Mach speed and cuts them to shreds. It flies around, flows at Mach speed, and cuts them to shreds with its sinister wing claws. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a fan of Mega Garchomp. Like, the design's kinda ugly and not really menacing, and it's terrible in competitive. And I can't tell which I think I like Mega Garchomp Z more, even though it's just a more simplified version of Garchomp. Compared to, oh man, I can't leave this dang city. Luckily I'm in a distortion, so I've escaped. Man, I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a seat on the bench. Fades to the train station with everything. I mean, it's just kind of the thing I want to do. Just make a little play on how you can't actually leave the town. It just always takes you... It just always just takes you to just a bench to wake up on like it's just been a dream. But anyway, now that'll be all for Legends Z. All for that Phoenix Wright stream. And that'll be all for today. So, with all of that said and done, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. Comment down below since it helps me connect with you guys. Like the video so there's more of what you want to see. Share the video so more people know this channel even exists. And don't forget to hit that bell so you know when I go live. Once again, happy 30th anniversary to Pokemon. As you can see, I'm very much a fan of Pokemon. And until next time, see ya guys. And don't forget to join the Discord, linked in the description below. Ah, that was a good bell.